looking to be a playmaker. Try to slow down this drive by Tech. Look at Mason getting to the edge and going for that pylon and finding it. Touchdown, Georgia Tech. How about it? This Tech team is finding themselves in the second half, and they want more, and they get it. Well, what do we have here, Malachi Carter? He's always a dangerous threat downfield. Blackman swatted, ball is out, ball is loose, and look at this, Curry picks it up, and he's pushed out inside the 15. Here in the fourth quarter for the true freshman is good. They got pressure, they pick it up, Blackman to the outside, and low for Terry, incomplete. The defense of Tech does it.
Harris back in the game as the back. And King down the middle. Caught. Touchdown. Jordan. That man again strikes, and Miami quickly jumps on top of the Seminoles. Harris dives. Touchdown. Miami. 2 possessions and 2 scores for the Canes. Very easy for Miami. Harris has got it, and he will score untouched, and the Canes are rolling. 9. It's a reverse, but retreating and dropped all the way back to the 40 is Travis, and the ball's out. A turnover for Florida State, a disastrous play. One play after they were given a gift.
Consistency, the energy. This is a team right now.
King rolls out, looks downfield, caught. Touchdown, D. Wiggins, and Miami is pouring it on. He's got it, and the freshman muscles his way and breaks the play. And touchdown, Miami again. 3rd and goal, they bring pressure, it's picked up, ball batted in the air, and it's intercepted in the end zone by Al Blades Jr. This up 3rd and 2 for the Canes, and barreling in for the touchdown is Chaney. And he earned that touchdown. He was a tough runner.
The tendency to stare down their targets, and the Canes will pick it off if he does that.
And a downfield throw, and it's intercepted. He was trying to get into McDonald, and that is Bubba Bolden. It's also good, though, right? Of course. Perry flips it over the middle. Wide open for a touchdown is Michael Redding III, and the true freshman with his first career touchdown.
Also a pretty good blocker. From the 8, here is Book scanning underneath. It's caught. It's Michael Mayer into the end zone. Notre Dame touchdown. 75, 78%, always very high. Williams left. Oh, he's got space. He's got lead blockers. He may take this the distance. Williams got again. Notre Dame touchdown. Kyron Williams. Another home run shot.
We'll see.
Tremble leads the way. Untouched. Williams to the end zone. Notre Dame retakes the lead. Touchdown 2 for Kyron Williams tonight. And then respectively, downfield blocking as well. Tyree inside, give big run. Tyree with speed. Gone. Touchdown Notre Dame.
I believe what that play was, Mike.
No, I do. No timeouts. From the 6, here's Book throwing underneath. It is Lindsey for the touchdown. Braden Lindsey. Goal Notre Dame. Book design run to the corner, and Ian Book is in. Notre Dame touchdown.
Come on, man.
And in the first of the head-to-head amongst that group, Miami's lost to Clemson. Irish do not play the Canes. And a sack will end it back at the 40-yard line. 42-26 is the final. We'll go through at the final sack.
He's ahead of him, but he plays with a lot of guts.
Cunningham from a secure pocket over the middle, incomplete. Tutu Atwell to the 20, and they finally force him out of bounds near the 10.
For this offense.
Hawkins bounces outside. Hawkins looking for the pylon. He dives for it, and he scores! Javian Hawkins for the Cards in the end zone.
Against Miami, a loss 47-34.
Hawkins Florida State side of the 50, he may go. Hawkins all the way to the end zone. Touchdown Louisville, and 70 yards on the run by Javian Hawkins.
Asante Samuel did against UNC last week.
Cunningham throws to the end zone, and a touchdown Louisville. Ian Pfeiffer on the catch, and Cunningham shake it up behind the play. Now, 2nd and 24. Cunningham airs it out. In stride, caught, and into the end zone. Touchdown Tutu Atwell of 58 yards from Malik Cunningham.
Combination, pretty dangerous combination. Here he is again.
2nd and goal. Hawkins to the end zone. Touchdown Cardinals from 10 yards away. Javian Hawkins.
He's going to mature. He's going to be a heck of a player.
1st and goal. Race to that front corner, and it's won by number 1. Atwell, 2nd receiving touchdown of the game. And the Cardinals are back dancing in the zone. Offense, that is a season high. Should be the final play of our ball game.
And here is Travis. Panthers coming with pressure, and it's intercepted. Picked off by A.J. Woods. Redshirt sophomore Patty will keep the football and score. What a big turnover. 1st and 10. And Vincent Davis breaks free. Inside the 10 toward the pylon. And Davis is ruled out at the 2. Here's Patty. He'll keep it again, and a touchdown.
Touchdown hit.
Catch off the turf.
Yep. Here's Pickett. He will run, and Kenny Pickett scores.
More of a static target for this group pass rush.
Blackman throw is intercepted. DeMar Hamlin's 6th career interception. Pickett. And this is Vince Davis. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Wow. Sheffield in the back to help with the block, and intercepted. And that is Brandon Hill to the house. How about that? Now, after the penalty. Hockman to throw. He's perfect so far and remains that way. Catch inside the 5 and a touchdown.
Way too many categories, including yards per play allowed.
Quick throw, Hockman, and a touchdown. Thomas gets the reward. Here's Hockman. And in traffic, inside the 5, that's Angeline. Here's Hockman. Left side, he'll keep it and score. He's thrown for 2, now runs for another here in the first half. He's had a great year. Here's the first down give, and this is Knight squeezing the trigger, and bam, Knight scores. 18-yard touchdown run for the Wolfpack touchdown.
He doesn't see a score. Finishing strong is just playing up to your standard the whole time.
Here's Thomas breaking away and into the end zone. Thayer Thomas is having a career night. Cone to pass on 4th and 1. Wide open, complete. Mayer striding into the end zone. What a start for the Irish. 41-yard touchdown, Michael Mayer. They drop 7. Lofts it downfield, and that ball is intercepted. That is the All-American Kyle Hamilton, his 6th career interception. Cone wants more than a first down, and he gets it. Wrestling it away is Joe Wilkins as there's a fight for the ball. 3rd and 1. Cone to pass on 3rd and 1, and he's going to go deep. And into the hands Williams of Austin for a touchdown. Back and forth we go in Tallahassee.
Against a defense like this.
Picked up the pressure from the middle linebacker White. Downfield, and Hamilton again coming over from that safety position and making the interception. Flag is down, ripped off his helmet as Hamilton came tracking that ball after the sack by Fuller. Cone sets up the screen to Williams on 3rd and 17, and Williams is breaking free. And look at the receivers blocking downfield. Explosive play for the Irish on 3rd and 17. Has 5 catches, 89 yards, and a touchdown tonight. 3rd and goal. Out of the backfield is Williams. 1 cut, a second, a stiff arm working for the pylon and gets it. On their own 33-yard line. Jordan Travis to pass, has to have it, and instead it is intercepted. Backfield, 2nd and goal. Straight ahead and straight in. Touchdown, Irish. Does Dorr have the look of the Irish? He does. Great way to start the season. And isn't this game oh so good? The Irish win it in a thriller in Tallahassee.
Snap to Cooper. Give is Samuel. He'll break to the left and score. Josh Samuel.
Oh, if it's,
Here's Cooper launching wide open touchdown. Ahmad Edwards. Here's Cooper, 4-man rush for Florida State, going to cut it loose. Phil Johnson caught it inside the 10. Phil Johnson on his feet, he'll cut back, and Jacksonville State has won at the Horn.
Suffered a cataclysmic knee injury and an injury to his leg. Fumble, loose ball, and Wake Forest got it back. Carson pounced on it. Football game. Hartman back to pass. Taking a shot up top. Has a man. Touchdown. He cribbed it. A.T. Perry. Leo Smith takes his time. Good patience. And it pays off. Touchdown.
At the top of your screen, see if they go there.
Hartman going through his progression, fires, touchdown Demon Deacons. Donald Stewart with the catch. On 3rd and goal, touchdown Demon Deacons. Justice Ellison.
And get a majority of the snaps. Jordan Travis unavailable to go, so if they have a QB2, it's going to be Chubba Purdy.
Louisville hits on the big play. Touchdown, Cardinals. He'll keep. Malik Cunningham barges in. Touchdown, Louisville. 4. Cunningham in for 6. He has now had 2 rushing touchdowns in every game this season. Cunningham throwing. He's got Watkins. Slipping a tackle in for 6. Official signals go. Milton heaves it downfield for Parchment. Adjusting, and it's intercepted. Trey Clark picks it off for Louisville.
7. DJ into the end zone on the fade. Caught. Touchdown. Davis Allen. Shipley again. A dash up the middle. Shipley, 1st and goal, Clemson from the 3. Collins in motion. Shipley again. Touchdown, Clemson. And they answered the touchdown by the Seminoles with one of their own. Shipley, nice cut, two of them. Put the defender on skates for the touchdown. That's not a freshman.
Let's see if Florida State can get a miracle.
4 seconds to go. Travis, little hook and lateral. And here we go. Travis scoops it up. They're still alive. That went backwards, but it's loose on the fumble. Boy, this is going to be interesting if it's a touchdown. It is. That's it.
That North Carolina game, if Sam Howell's on fire, he's hard to stop.
Here's a receiver wide open downfield, inside the 20. Cuts it back. That's Carter. He's going to score. Riley will take that back. C.J. Riley.
Well, there you go. Been held to 50, 60 yards at times, too.
They're into the end zone over the head of his receiver, and a nice catch. Tootle goes up to bring it in, and the Pack extend their lead.
Deep with some of these wide receivers and 12 personnel.
Leary's going to roll. That's Penix. To the 20, he breaks free, and he'll score. What an answer from the Wolfpack. Leary to throw. Trying to get the screen going to Person. Avoids one tackler, and he's got a blocker in front of him. Inside the 20, inside the 10, and he'll score.
Wow, what a play call. And the biggest play of the game for NC State.
Douglas in the backfield. He'll run a route. Milton being chased. Stays on his feet. Now it's a receiver who's going to have to do some work. That's Young. He won't even get back to the line of scrimmage. This year, and NC State, first place in the Atlantic, up for grabs next week in a huge showdown. That offense of Wake Forest versus this defense, that's going to be fun to watch in Winston-Salem next week. Two coaches, Norvell and Doran, meet at midfield.
On this from field side.
See what he dials up for Jones here. Lobs it up down the sideline. Complete. Caught. Gamble. Touchdown, Florida. He would make me want to go outside and throw it around with him. He would beg him to. A fumble, loose, and the Gators have it. Last time the Gators were in the red zone. Richardson into the end zone. Caught, wow, miraculously. Shorter. 2nd and 1. Travis, one-on-one coverage. Wrestled away, intercepted. Here he is again, no doubt about that. Kept his hat on and left no doubt. Touchdown, Gators.
It is Turner, falls forward. No signal yet. Boy, it looked like he got in, and there's the signal. Touchdown, Wake Forest. Hartman's going to hand it off, and getting the edge is Ellison inside the 35, inside the 20, inside the 10, and then finally smoked out of bounds. On 3rd and goal, Hartman to the air, waiting, in trouble. Oh, but the block got picked up, so he finds Perry for the touchdown. If he stepped up anymore, he was going to get creamed, but an offensive lineman picked up. Do I even need to answer? Travis in trouble in the backfield and falls forward. The ball came out at the 38-yard line. Wake's got it. Travis turns it over. Quick change. Wake is on 3rd and long. Hartman downfield. Ball is caught inside the 5 and into the end zone for the touchdown. Donovan Green with an incredible grab.
They're trying to cheat late.
Ellison waiting for the hole to open inside the 5, dives for the end zone. Touchdown, Wake Forest. 27 unanswered points by the Demon Deacons to keep Florida State's hopes alive for the moment. And it's no good. Wide to the right. Wake Forest takes over, and the Demon Deacons 1-13 away from victory.
On the Wolfpack sideline. Leary over the middle for a touchdown. Darryl Jones, and what a start to the second half for NC State. And Chris Dunn makes it a 4-point game from 53 yards for Dunn. And he is good.
That's the game.
Chambers keeps, and he cuts upfield for a first down. Line. Travis throws. Left side, lofts it, and Boykin's there to pick it off. Wow!
Uyunglele as a runner. Play action off the edges, pressure, he dodges it and fires downfield, has a man wide open, Antonio Williams. Touchdown for the freshman. Is finding the end zone. Uyunglele has time and has a man and just finds Jake Brenningstool, the young, rangy tight end, who's a weapon in this offense as well. 4th touchdown of the season. And now a sack back at the 41. That was Miles Murphy again. A flag is out. The ball is out, and it's a turnover. At the end of the play, Murphy knocked it loose, and a takeaway with 47 seconds to go. Keeper Uyunglele will just waltz to the end zone. And Clemson gets the forced fumble by Murphy and cashes it in. Shipley getting the breather. Amafa's in there now. It's a reverse, a flea flicker. Uyunglele pitches down the middle. Touchdown, Davis Allen. Quick strike, Clemson.
Big energy, and they'll try to just keep this this revenge tour of what we would call a revenge tour that they're on. Keep it going. See if they can win again and keep the momentum built that they have going right now.
After Edwards went for 17. Here's Milton inside the 10 and right to the end zone. Kendall Milton.
On the throw by back.
22 yards with McConkey and Milton. Look at Kendall Milton go. Chugging along inside the 10 and gives a little at the 5. Milton right into the end zone. His second of the day. Edwards, this is getting too easy for the Georgia running game. Straight ahead into the end zone. A span on the return. Taken down. Ball is out. And Georgia has recovered. McConkey. And he's going to weave his way into open space. Look at this from Ladd McConkey. My, oh my. As Edwards, they come back with Smith, and Smith is going to trot right in. On the inside wide receiver screen, Arian Smith. Longest drive of the day, their 11th play, 3rd and 10. Oh, he's sacked and stripped. And Williams picks it up. A penalty marker is down as they just caved in on Brock Glenn and got the ball. Sprint right for Beck. To the end zone he goes, and he's able to find Lovett for the score. Edwards right behind Micah Morris. Now Cash Jones, the running back. Stockton. And he's going to cash in to Lawson Lucky. Here's Glenn of play action. Downfield pass into coverage, and that ball is picked off by Dalen Everett. Everett, the very long and fast cornerback who has gained a lot of experience this year because back, and maybe the mockery of that could be going away in the course of the next week and a half. To the end zone, and that is hauled in for a touchdown. Anthony Evans. Moments ago, Jesse, I turned to you and said, are we going to see 60?
Direct snap. Here he goes straight ahead and powers his way in. Let it rain, says Tech. Sting 'em, Yellow Jackets. Pushing ahead. And it's a touchdown, Georgia Tech. Jamal Haynes with the 1-yard touchdown run for King. He's going to try to run it himself, and he does so with success. Inside the 10, inside the 5. Folks, it's 1st and goal, Georgia Tech. Starts the 4th quarter with a chance to take the lead. And up and over and in goes Jamal Haynes. 44 yards away to do it. He got it! He got it! And the Yellow Jackets did it! Upset in hand. They found themselves a pot of gold at the end of their Irish rainbow.
This is a guy who's a 4th down.
Instead, it's Castellanos, reaches the ball out at the goal line. He's in. That's a BC touchdown. What a statement drive by Boston College. And they take the lead. Goal back to the 13. Castellanos down for Ward at the pylon. He slips inside for another Boston College touchdown. Trayshawn Ward victimizes his old team. And BC's got a 2-touchdown lead.
Screen.
And they will snap it. Not a hard count. A sidearm lob, and it's intercepted. Max Tucker down the sideline. Inside the 10-yard line. 1st and goal, Boston College.
Feels like panic in this situation, trying to create some momentum.
Castellanos to the goal line, and BC converts. Robichaux with the touchdown. And the Eagles extend their lead.
3-18.
Robichaux up the middle with a flag down. He's in the end zone for a touchdown.
The Florida State defensive line to the tune of 267 rushing yards. Again, like this. That's a shock.
After a 19-game win streak, that's 3 losses in a row now for Florida State, stretching back to the bowl game last year. 4-man rush. Uiagalelei is going to take a shot, but it's a wobbly ball, and it turns into an interception. Boy, that came out floating down to the 35-yard line of Memphis. Defensive lineman. Like he toe-picked. Hennigan into the flag. Touchdown! Dewosier got to the goal line, and Hennigan, for the 40th consecutive start, has a touchdown pass, and Memphis hits pay dirt. They've got a 2-score lead. Play action. Hennigan, end zone, touchdown. Play action fake worked to perfection, and Anthony Landveer with his 5th career touchdown reception. One last chance for Florida State. Here comes a blitz. They don't want to give Uiagalelei room to get it to the end zone. He'll heave it. It's down near the goal line. Batted down by Memphis, and their sideline explodes. The Tigers, with Julian Barnett knocking it down at the goal line, win it here in Tallahassee.
Eby, the tight end, in motion. They're going to hand to Smith. He'll run right, and he scores. On their first possession, a 13-yard touchdown run from Brashard Smith, and SMU on the board first. Hard line. Daniels will flea flicker back to Jennings, and wide open, and it's caught. Jordan Hudson, touchdown. On 10 carries tonight. Here's Jennings looking, corner Maryland. Caught! And held on for the touchdown. Here's Jennings, another third down play. Maryland, oh my goodness, what a catch. Touchdown SMU and RJ Maryland. Giving you the full catalog here. First and goal at the 2. Daniels to the left side. And did not get in. Turned away at the doorstep by the Noles.
Another one of those big bodies on the inside. He's 330 pounds playing next to Joshua Farmer at 318.
Pressure coming. Intercepted. Kobe Wilson the pick. Trying to take it across midfield. Does. And still on his feet. Out of 2 tackles. And Wilson will score. And here's a touch of the knee. And that will do it. SMU's going to finish with right at about 460 yards, Tom, of offense tonight.
Looking at 2nd and 9 for Clemson. Klubnik with plenty of time. Found his man in the seam. It's caught. Williams, touchdown, Clemson.
Something that you learn over the course of time.
Take a little space, and there's an interception. Picked off Terrell. And the Tigers with the game's first turnover. They'll start with great field position on the Seminoles side of midfield. 2nd and 12. They set up the screen, complete. And on the fly, Moore, giving you more. Touchdown, Tigers. Between the tackles, they gash that front. Maffa on the move. Phil Maffa kicking in the turbo and all the way down to the 15. That's how you take the steam out of the Seminoles defensively. Who's there? Knocks this one through from 31. On 1st and 10, Antonio Williams turns the corner and picks up another first down all the way down to the 30-yard line. Like this scoreboard right now as the Tigers knock through another field goal, this one from 24 yards out.
His team for at least a little while.
Here he is doing it himself, sliding in at the 26-yard line, and that's going to do it. The clock hits 0.
Brock Glenn has missed on his last 4. Pressure picked up, and it's intercepted by Chandler Rivers to the house. Pick 6. Glenn on the move. And Brock Glenn lost the football. Ryan Smith falls on it for Duke. Gets it up the middle, plunges in, waiting on the signal. Touchdown. And so how does Brock Glenn respond? Picked again! Ozzie Nicholas with a 3rd Duke takeaway. And 43. This from 28, and the experienced junior kicker is good. Reynolds in the hole. Polino's kick is good. Brock Glenn against a 3-man rush. Flips it to Toafili. And he's got nowhere to go. VJ Anthony finishes it off for Duke.
Fletcher walks in. Touchdown, Miami. Run play on 2nd and 10. Martinez breaks a tackle inside the 10. Martinez into the end zone. Touchdown, Miami. In under 300 yards for the first time this season. Here comes a trick play and a throwback to Ward. This will help his numbers. A touchdown catch. And his 28th touchdown responsible for. It's the tight end Elijah Arroyo with the pass.
Let the debating begin, Dave Pash.
Because that's what it'll be. It'll be spirited debate.
Oh, what a run! Damian Martinez breaking free. And out of bounds at the 30-yard line. Up 22. Gonna run it and into the end zone. Damian Martinez with a walk-in touchdown to make it 35-7.
The Holes bring 4, but they get pressure off the edge. Hampton's going to stiff arm a defender. Picks up the first down and a lot more inside the 30. Finally forced out of bounds by Azariah Thompson. Give up the middle. Again, Wade, touchdown. Hampton's 10th of the year. Criswell wants to throw. Pressure on the edge. Eludes it. Now he's running for his life. Has a receiver, makes the catch at the 10-yard line. Still in bounds is Paysor. Finally driven out at about the 5. And this one's going to be another one, Hampton. And he's going to score. Give us to Hampton. Big hole up the middle. Still on his feet. Inside the 20. Bounces off a tackler and scores.
Hampton on the carry. Touchdown, Carolina.
They give to Hampton. This time he powers in. Touchdown number 4 on the day for 28. On third down. Shovel pass. Hampton here. Look at the room he has to run. Inside the 20, still on his feet. He'll score. 49 yards, his 5th touchdown of the day. First through the air to go with 4 on the ground. Got to congratulate our former colleague, Mack Brown. First time he's ever beaten Florida State, going back to his days as a head coach at Tulane when they were both Southern Independents. And then his first stint at North Carolina, even though his last couple of teams in Chapel Hill were outstanding.
Second down and 1. Play action. First one for Leonard. What a cut. Leonard inside the red zone. Leonard down the sideline. Leonard airborne. Touchdown. What an effort from the quarterback. Raritan, the tight end, in motion. Price the handoff up the middle. Oh, there goes Price. He's got speed. Price. Can he beat him to the end zone? No, he's out of bounds. Just barely. 61 yards on the gas for Jadarian Price. First and goal, Irish. Get moved to a touchdown. It would be a 65-yard run by the junior from Denison, Texas.
Well, this Florida State defense had to deal with a great back a week ago in North Carolina. Omarion Hampton will be a future NFL guy, and they knew coming into tonight they were going to see 2 guys that both were going to present the same kind of challenge.
After further review, the ball carrier was not out of bounds. It's a touchdown.
And Leonard will fade. Evans, touchdown! Perfect placement from Leonard, and the tight end delivers. Colsey in there. First and goal, it's Leonard. His second touchdown on the ground. Leonard walks in. Notre Dame extends the lead.
Riley Leonard.
First and goal. It is Love. Denied at first, but not at second. Touchdown, Notre Dame. Tough Love into the end zone. 10th play of the drive for Florida State. Glenn picked off. Step right in front. Luke Tullich. Can he go? Foot race. Glenn won't catch him. Touchdown. Pick 6, Notre Dame.
Croman Hawk. Pocket collapses. Ball's free. Jack Pyburn pried it loose. Right here. Untouched. Jacoby Jackson opens the scoring. Touchdown, Gators.
A high-low on the secondary.
Lagway steps up, throws. It's caught. Jim DK. Bottom of the screen here. Play action. Lagway off his back foot, throws to the end zone. It's caught. Touchdown, Florida. Marcus Burke.
It's positive. You're finding ways to hang around here, and then this.
Fumble on the pitch. Cam Davis couldn't handle it, and it's Florida football.
Where does Notre Dame go to after a big win at USC? Look at this.
Big hole opens up. Montrell Johnson is gone. Touchdown, Florida.
You can turn around the roster quick. You don't have to wait for 2 and 3 recruiting classes.
And Lagway tosses it for another Florida touchdown. Tony Livingston. All Saturday continues with the FCS first round playoffs. Tennessee State and Montana as we go final. And Florida plants the flag. We've seen this cause chaos around college football. Started with Michigan, Ohio State, UNC, and North Carolina State got into it. And
Morris to throw. Into the end zone. He's got a man for a touchdown. Sage Ennis, the tight end, settled down at the goal line. And Virginia's got the lead. Again, they bring a blitz. Morris steps up in the pocket. He's going to run. He gets to the 5. Reaches the ball out. A Virginia touchdown. 3 timeouts. And they can run it as well. Damari Taylor. House call. Touchdown. Who's? The 10-yard line at the 7. He'll keep it. He'll score. Second rushing touchdown for Chandler Morris. Morris, wheel route. Drives it in. Xavier Brown, touchdown. And he converts. And we play on. Play action for Morris. Rolling out. Tucks it under. Hunting the pylon. He got there. Touchdown. Here comes the blitz. Castellanos in trouble. Heaves one towards the end zone. Intercepted. It's over. Virginia has done it.
Back off the play fake. Launches downfield for a second time, and it's caught by C.J. Daniels. There is a flag down at midfield. Fake it to Brown. Slant, touchdown, C.J. Daniels. Caught the deep shot to set it up and finishes the job. And a little mock of the war chant. Trying to get the Canes to jump. Now the snap comes, but he didn't appear to be ready. Throws it off his back foot, and it's intercepted. That play was sloppy from the start. And running it back, the Canes get near midfield. That's Bryce Fitzgerald, who's just a ball hawk. His 3rd pick on the season already. Flanking back. And it's a flea flicker. Back, launches downfield. Tony's out there. He's got a touchdown, Miami. Trickery as they cash in the takeaway. 44 to the house. The back looking to throw. They bring pressure. It's picked up. Caught. Tony off and running. Malachi Tony. He doesn't lose foot races. 4th down touchdown as the Canes stretch the lead from 40. On the move, Castellanos launches downfield to the end zone. Squirrel White is in there, and it is going to be intercepted. Jacoby Thomas came tracking across. White was open. Ball was in the air a long time. And snapped with that completion there. Daniels in traffic. C.J. Daniels dives to the end zone, and Miami. Big-time flex on the road. Another explosive touchdown pass. It's spinning, and it's recovered. And once again, Wesley Bissain, who's been active tonight, doing all kinds of things, got up there well short of 10 yards. So you better get it clean if you're going to do that.
9 rushes, 5 pass plays. And now Turner in trouble in the backfield, able to break a tackle inside the 5 and into the end zone. Touchdown, Pitt. What an opening drive for the Panthers on the road in Tallahassee. Heinzel taking a shot, got a man, and it's caught for a touchdown by Desmond Reed. But losses to Virginia and Miami, trying to get their season back on track, and they give up a long play. Desmond Reed is free inside the 40, and they finally get to him at the 30-yard line. Heinzel in trouble, gets away from one man, keeps the play alive, throwing into the end zone for the touchdown. He finds Desmond Reed alone in the end zone. Holmes finds a lane, but that hole closes at midfield. So just a 3-yard run, and the ball came out. Holmes lost the ball, and Pitt has it. A turnover at midfield by Florida State. 11 on the year. And we are tied at 24. Into the end zone. Turner with the Pitt touchdown. Sidewinder, and it is recovered by Pitt. Florida State was waiting for that ball to cross the 45. It had to go 10 yards, and it was just spinning. About 2 on the play clock. Heinzel takes a knee. What a win for Pitt, but the story nationally will be another loss for Florida State. 3 straight defeats for a team that all of a sudden, after the shocking win over Bama, people were talking about again as a playoff contender. But really the last 3 weeks, they've shown who they are. Now 0-3 in conference play.
Well, Branson needs to be careful. On the slant across the goal line, and there it is. C.J. Williams. They call it nerd ball here in Stanford, California. Tab to the edge. Tab inside the 10. It'll be 1st and goal, Stanford. Back up right guard. Let's do it again. Tab across the goal line. And he's in. Sawchuk in the backfield. Sperry on the shovel pass. Did he get there? Matt Rose with the tackle.
The game is not over. The ruling on the field is the ball carrier is short of the goal line. The previous play is under further review.
It's ruled short of the goal line on the field. It has to be indisputable video evidence. And Sam, it's as close as you can imagine.
Well, first, I love the play call. Shovel pass. You have direction going one way. Bring it back to Sawchuk, who motioned back in. The question is, when is he down?
After further review, the ruling on the field of the runner being short of the goal line is upheld. There's the ball game.
Another upset in the ACC. Florida State comes to the Farm and leaves with an L. 20-13, the final score.
Some form of rub routes out here.
Klubnik looking to throw. Now he's going to tuck it and run. He'll score standing. Tigers on the board.
What a drive.
They're going to fake it and go for 2 and into the end zone. Did they get the 2? They did. My goodness. Clemson snapped it, and Clay Sweeney scores the 2-point play.
Like him. I think he's a heck of a football player.
Now a little flea flicker. They're going to throw it back to Klubnik. Pursuit coming. They're going to throw into the end zone. It's caught! Oh, my goodness. Antonio Williams. This is 40 yards to make it an 18-0 game. Kick is away, and it is good. From 23 here in the 3rd, and the kick is good by Nolan Hoosier. 6:01 to play. Back in the same game.
Yeah, that's good.
Here's Klubnik winding up on a new fresh set of downs and launching here to the near side. And that is Tristan Smith. And the kick is perfect.
Onside kick it, so there's a big mountain to climb here.
Castellanos up the field now, going to sail it off his back foot for Danzy, and it's deflected and intercepted by Ricardo Jones. Jones back to the middle of the field, and he will be tackled by Castellanos. It is the second turnover of the night by Florida State, and it's going to seal Clemson's 4th win of the year and their 3rd in the ACC.